After a game-sealing pick-six in the national championship against Alabama, Kelee Ringo is widely regarded as the CB1 of the 2023 class, but over a year later he finds himself being mocked out of the first two rounds. So what happened? Are there any red flags that showed up in his 2022 film, or is his fall due to the rise of other prospects like Devon Witherspoon? Is he still deserving of a first-round pick? These are the questions I'm going to attempt to answer with this video. Beginning with why Ringo was universally loved. He really is an actual freak at the position. Standing at a towering 6'2", while weighing 207 pounds, he uses that massive frame to create an impact on run defense. On top of that, Kelee Ringo ran a staggering 4.36 40 time at the combine. With these numbers taken into account, it's clear why people truly believe that he had the potential to be one of the dominant DBs of the 2023 class. Another aspect of Ringo's game that is absolutely dominant is his ability to play man on the boundary, especially press man. His footwork off the line is a work of art, and he uses that speed to glide down the field. In this play against Florida, Ringo starts lined up on the outside. He establishes outside leverage quickly and uses his speed to perfectly match the receiver, ensuring absolutely zero possibility of a reception. Well, if he's able to completely neutralize the deep threat and has truly dominant traits, why is he not the CB1 of the 2023 draft class? That's the thing. I kinda lied to you when I said that he plays well in coverage. Sure, in the one scenario where he's lined up on an island in man with press technique, he's one of the best in the class. But if you want Ringo to play off ball, zone, in the slot, cover any routes that cut in quickly, or actually make a play on the ball, he's not going to be able to do that. I'll break down a couple of these problems to exemplify how flawed Ringo's game is. Starting with what I said about him being lined up on the boundary and press. Another caveat of that situation is that the X receiver better be running a go route. If not, Ringo's large frame can't quite keep up with where his hips need to be, and he finds himself giving up 5 yards of separation to the receiver. This happened constantly in the games I watched. Let's look at this play at this year's national championship against Ohio State. They line up in a 2-eye safety shell that reveals itself to be cover 2 man after the snap. Ringo does an alright job of matching Jordan Fleming up the field, but he keeps his hands too high on his chest of the receiver, and he can't feel the devastating cutback that sends Ringo to the ground and creates an easy opportunity for the Ohio State offense. Did I mention that even when you put Ringo in his dream scenario, he still can't even make a play on the ball? With only 2 picks this season, one of them being an absolute duck from Will Levis, it's clear he just doesn't understand what he needs to do to get an interception, often finding himself overcompensating for this lack of knowledge by flailing his body at the receiver. He loses ugly, constantly dropping the ball and undercutting his jumps. He also doesn't excel in zone coverage, although I truly do believe that he's less of a liability in zone than having him lined up on an island. To be fair, there's a shot Ringo can still have success in the league, especially with players like Tariq Woolen becoming absolute studs in the Seattle 3 system. If he has a good DB coach that can hone his extremely crude and rough version of Ringo we currently have, it's possible that this fall from a round 1 blue chip prospect to a day 2 guy is a blessing in disguise to a team willing to take a shot on him. Maybe he's a diamond in the rough. And while I'm not in this camp personally, I also don't want to pray for his downfall. At the end of the day, every prospect is flawed, some more than others. And if a team is willing to take a shot on Ringo with a round 3 pick, then maybe I can get on board. If you've made it to this part of the video, I just want to thank you for watching and thank you for the continued support of all Cheekscast content. You can listen to us on Spotify or Anchor, or check out any one of the other videos on the channel. Consider subscribing, liking, or sharing the video to someone who may be interested, and stay tuned for more football content.